something that I think is directly related to story and directly related to um, helping students stay motivated towards the larger horizons of focus, meaning not just this immediate term. And this is something that I shared with Catherine a meeting ago. It is a letter published by a computer science professor, Professor Dijkstra at the University of Texas. Um, it's titled On the Cruelty of Really Teaching Computing Science. And I just want to read maybe the second paragraph, and then we can have a discussion. The usual way in which we plan today for tomorrow is in yesterday's vocabulary. We do so because we try to get away with the concepts we are familiar with and that have acquired their meanings in our past experience. Of course, the words and the concepts don't quite fit because our future differs from our past. But then we stretch them a little bit. Linguists are quite familiar with the phenomenon that the meanings of words evolve over time, but also know that this is a slow and gradual process. This is a wonderful letter that earlier when you were talking about nature, I hope Steve was also smiling because he was thinking about all these very nuanced, non-trivial, complex STEM concepts that get covered in terminology and vocabulary that get covered in our classes. And the immediate one that came up in my mind was this idea of vector fields and how they can model our surroundings, whether it's when I wave my hand or move my body, I'm literally creating vector fields in temperature, in wind, in all these different dynamics at play. But it's difficult to see that with a bird's eye view when perhaps we're tasked with some of the traditional metrics of learning, tasked with getting answers to pop quizzes, tasked with assignments that don't necessarily ask for context and is more content centered. So that was definitely one thing that came in mind.